My name is Shakira and I am the head of marketing and product here at WOBB. So what I do is I help with marketing strategy and implementation, as well as I help with the tech team in terms of prioritizing what features should be built and optimized on our website and our mobile app. So if you go to our website, you'll see that company culture is all over the website. That's what really makes WOBB different from our competitors. And it's not just what's on our website, it's really what we live and breathe here at WOBB itself. We have to practice what we preach, right? So we truly believe in cultivating company culture as something that it helps you attract and retain the best talent there is out there. I think that the best part about WOBB comes down to two things: trust and transparency. So for trust, I work very closely with our CEO, and he trusts me to deliver what the company needs without sort of micromanaging what I do, because sometimes I'm allowed to be flexible with my hours or with where I work, but as long as I deliver what is asked of me, what is required of me, then the trust doesn't break. The second part is transparency. So, when you're in a very big company, sometimes people at the bottom have no idea what's going on at the top, and they have no idea about what's the strategy. All they know is what they need to execute, right? But here at WOBB, I think we focus very much on trying to be transparent with the whole team. So we actually have weekly team meetings where each department shares key milestones and key strategy decisions that affects the whole company. And I think that that's quite a rare thing to find. The relationship I have with my colleagues, something that Derek, our CEO, has said to us before, is that we should treat the team like we are team members on a professional sports team. So think of it like everyone here at WOBB should be working together to a common goal. We care about each other outside work areas as well. So I think it's a really nice thing to have, and it's very uncommon for the whole company to feel this way. So I think we've done a good job in cultivating that sort of culture here at WOBB. The number one thing, I guess the thing that we do the most, honestly, is we go out for drinks. Either we go out for drinks or we have drinks here in the office, but we also try to do other things, like we go for fly cycle together, or we'll organize a treasure hunt, and we're thinking about doing other more interesting things like rock climbing or dragon boating. Just basically get out of the office and do things together. That's what we're looking to do. So 80-20 is an interesting rule. What it's about is being as efficient as possible with your resources. So making the most impact, so 80% impact should come from 20% of your resources, whether it's time, effort, or money, that sort of thing. When you're thinking about making a decision to hit a goal, you try to think about what's the best, most efficient way to use your resources in order to have the most impact. And just having this in the back of your mind is actually a good way to stop you from wasting a lot of resources. Raise Your Standards is about the quality of your work. Actually wakes you up from complacency. So instead of like, oh, I've been doing good at this bar for a long time, you always try to raise it, and then you keep doing that every step of the way. 80-20 and Raise Your Standards don't contradict each other, because you can raise your standards without wasting resources. Radical candor is a communication value. It's about being direct, honest, open, but with good intentions. So let's say I see one of my colleagues doing their job and I feel like, hey, you know what? I just had an idea of how you can do it better. Instead of just keeping it to myself or beating around the bush, I would just say to my colleague directly, like, hey, did you know that if you do it like this, it could be done better? Giving radical candor is as important as receiving it. So my colleague wouldn't just, oh, that's my job, you're not supposed to tell me what to do. My colleague would also take it like, hey, that's a really good idea, and then try to implement it or try to work based on that. So it's just about being open and honest and not being passive aggressive, not beating around the bush. If a company is truly practicing radical candor, I truly believe that the office politics will be at a minimum, because everyone's just being open and honest with each other. And yes, it also helps with doing things faster, because when you're passive aggressive or beating around the bush, sometimes the message just doesn't get delivered at all. But if you just say it straight to their face, how can it be missed, right? Because WOBB is so focused on cultivating a culture that we truly believe in and that really resonates with all of our values, we are very strict with who we hire at WOBB. So if you're looking for a full-time job in WOBB, be prepared to go through 3 rounds of interviews. So the first one is probably with your potential manager. Second one is with our CEO, and the third one is with the culture committee at WOBB. So your third interview after you've passed the first 2 is actually nothing to do with your skills or expertise or your history, but it's just about whether or not how you make decisions and what you believe in would fit in with the company and would match our company values. First things first, do your research. So make sure you know what makes WOBB special, what makes us different from our competitors, and bring that knowledge to the interview. Secondly, I think come here with a good attitude. You're ready to work, you're ready to contribute, give 110%. And the reason for this is because we have a lot of great benefits, right? But if you're here just for the benefits, you're here for the wrong reasons. If you're here to contribute, the benefits come with that. So have the right attitude when you want to work here at WOBB.